Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for December 27th. We are currently looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair. Before we get started, I hope everyone had a good holiday. For those of you that were celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas. And for everyone else, happy holidays to you as well. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We have the U.S. Japanese yen pair closing down. It did gap a little bit at the open, just a little bit down. It has since filled that gap. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Looking for it to potentially move as high as 92.23, possibly as low as 90.54. Look for some resistance around 91.86 and looking for support around 91.09. Now, switching over to the Euro USD pair, this particular pair closed up. It did gap up a significant amount, about 31 pips. We are looking for it to retrace over the next session or two. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially move as high as 1.4254, possibly as low as 144.85. Got those flipped. As high as 144.85, as low as 142. Here we go. Let me rewrite it. 142.54 and as possibly as high as 144.85. Looking for some resistance around 144.20 and looking for some support around 142.10. Okay, let's take a look at the pound US dollar pair. This particular pair closed down and did gap up from the previous close, about 44 pips. So we were looking for it to retrace. It has done that. We are looking for this pair to continue moving sideways with a heavy bias to the downside. Look for it to potentially move to 161.07 if it reverses, possibly as low as 158.30. Look for some resistance around 160.22 and look for some support around 159.19. Okay, now moving over to the US Swiss. This particular pair did close up, but just by 1 pip. Moved much lower and then pulled back. It did gap down. Is looking like it's trying to fill the gap, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, we are expecting this pair to potentially move as high as 1.0451, possibly as low as 10268. Look for some resistance around 10400 and look for some support around 10320. Okay, what am I looking for over this next session? Something I did want to show you. Probably be a little more than just one session, but nonetheless wanted to show you. If you notice, we have an area of support that we've hit over the past 3 sessions. Looking for it to break that, looking for a short, and then looking for it to come on down. If it does come down, we are looking for it to come down not quite that low, probably down to around this point, around basically the 1.5800 level from where it is currently, grabbing about 100 pips down from that. If you back out even further, you can see where that hits as far as previous support and resistance. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. You can see that we have, as this move up, it spiked up, and then once it hit this area, it started slowing down a little bit. Still headed to the upside, but it took a lot longer to move from here to here than it did from here to here. So we also found support at that area as well. I do believe if we get a break of where we are currently, that we'll come on down to that point, being able to grab about 100 pips. Well, as far as news announcements goes, we have the Euro has the German CPI for December. The year to date, they're looking for things to move from 0.4% to 0.7%. There's no time given on that. That's for tomorrow, though. Overall, CPI for Germany could affect the euro, but it's not one that I'd consider. I'm definitely going to watch it, but it's one of those one of those news announcements that I don't see influencing the European currency, the euro, all that much. Well, that pretty much does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.